rivals will square off, and it promises to be a good one. It always is when these two divisional foes get together, especially the second time around when there's a score to settle from game one. It's the Redskins going up against the Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they'll... Take him down at the 31-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Slot man moves right. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Looking to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And take... midfield and inside the 45.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Now, check. Gun.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them, They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks a tackle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. It's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. We also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
earlier, today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Wiggles free. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McBride. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Green 39! Green 39!
On first down, he'll drop to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they're showing them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, he's got some breathing room, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime here. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that. think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second down and just one. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Green 39! Green 39!
The play clock's running down. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Green 39!
They'll set up to throw. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. To throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Let's go! Green 39!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throw left side complete. It's Robertson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, he picks up additional yardage after it. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes and goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And the punt over the side in the air. And the spot will be inside the 35. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd.
Yo. What's good with you, brother?
About the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, going over into Canaan's land. Yeah, that's right. Believe it or not.
What? Oh, that's because I've been appearing offline. Say, bruh, this nigga just broke down some shit to me, bro, that I ain't never, like, you know what I'm saying, nigga, it ain't never been explained this way, you know what I'm saying, as far as, like, the Holy Tabernacle, you know what I'm saying, and, like, and what we got to do with it, you know what I'm saying, our makeup, you know what I'm saying, is, like, reflecting off of the Holy Tabernacle, you feel me? And like the nigga broke it down to a nigga, and you know he gave me the Bible verses to go read the shit like hey nigga, that shit it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just cause like it ain't never just been broke down like that and got a nigga understanding type shit. Yeah. Like I got my notes and shit and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, when I go do my research, you know. But Yeah, it was just, cause like, you know, it was just, yeah. Yeah. And they had the, yeah. And see, like, cause what he was saying, you know, he was saying like how Moses, you know, went up and the Most High was standing on a scarlet stone, you feel me? And then, you know, he said that I'm gonna show you the inside of me, which is the tabernacle, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you go down, then you build it, you know what I'm saying? But he was just saying like, so you got, I guess you got the Most High, the High. No, I think it's the Most Holy, the Holy, and then like the Covenant or something like that. If I ain't mistaken, the third piece. But he was just saying how like the Most Holy is your brain, you know what I'm saying? The Holy, you know what I'm saying, is your chest plate, and then the last, I forget what the name of it is, but you know, it's your stomach region, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, the Most Holy and the holy place was covered, you know what I'm saying? And the last part, it wasn't covered. So basically, your brain, you know what I'm saying, you got the skull or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's your most holy place, and that's covered, you know what I'm saying? Your holy place is with, you know, your heart, your ribs, and all that. That's covered, you feel me? And then, you know, the last part is your stomach, which ain't covered. But then, like, how, you know what I'm saying, how he put 12 tribes around the tabernacle, you know what I'm saying? So he was just saying how you got 2 arms, 2 legs, you know what I'm saying? But you got 2 ankles, 2 knees, 2 hip, you know, 2 hip bone on each side, 2 wrists, and, you know, elbows, and 2 shoulders, but it all add up to 12, you know what I'm saying? So like, and they moved when the cloud moved, you know what I'm saying? And if you didn't move when the cloud moved, then, you know what I'm saying, you died, you know what I'm saying? So he was just saying how, like, you know, the spirit inside your brain tells your body what to do, you know what I'm saying? And your arms and your legs are what, you know, is what move. But, you know, you don't move without the Holy, you don't move without the Most High, you know what I'm saying? And which I already knew, but like, it just was a different way a nigga's been explained to a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And then like all of the blood vessels and shit in your vein, cause he was like, cause you know it's 10 commandments, and he was like, it's right, I can go back through it and find, but it was like, he just was like, you know what I'm saying, how you got 7 hormones in the front, you got 3 hormones in the back, which represents, you know, the 10 commandments. Like, he was just breaking like all of the little vessels and shit down. Like, I got all the shit wrote down, you know what I'm saying? Like the arterial certex of Willis or something like that, that's in your brain, you know what I'm saying? And like the Albert Verte, you know what I'm saying, like the pituitary glands, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the pituitary gland, I think that's like you know, like I don't know, bro, I gotta go back through, but like, he was just, that shit was crazy, bro. Yeah. But I think it's like you got 10 of them, you feel me? I mean, I could play it if you want to listen to it, you know. You know. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was. I'm talking to the nigga on the Marco Polo. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. But it's just me and him on the chat. You know what I'm saying? Cause nigga Lexi had asked, you know, was God, was Jesus black or white? And you know, but I had put it on the straight talk, which, and these niggas, they be always talking about, you know, the Most High and all that. And I was just like, you know, these are the type of questions I'm getting, and my baby only 6, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was like, I don't want to, you know, I was just getting some other insight on, you know, how I should explain it to her, you feel me? And, you know, when me and him just started, you know, chopping it up. But like,
The building of the building. What script did you do?
hold on, let me see.
Right. Now remember, Jew. Don't nobody know that but him.
Hold on, let me see something.
All right, Jew, I got you.
Let me see. Let me remember.
All right, you never heard nobody give a definite answer of how I know and why I know.
Cause he started with you got purple in your thyroid veins. You know what I'm saying? He that's what it started. He was like, cause you got purple in your thyroids, and you know Nick can't explain it to you. You feel me? And that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was explaining to me why you got purple in your thyroid veins.
All right, now hear this out, Jew. Now remember, the angle one created the human body.
Yeah, I think this is it right here.
Creator of the heavens and earth. Don't no man know how to duplicate a human body. That cloning stuff they still using his cell. So they got to use something from the human body to clone the human body, so he can't make it of his own. So that human body was created by the Creator himself. Now, why did he put purple in our thyroid gland? He the only one. Listen carefully. There's gonna be a little chat. He the only one did it. So he would be the only one to be able to prove why it's there. Can't no man tell me why he put it there. So how do I know how it got there? See? And the thyroid gland has iodine.
Which you know, we know that all that.
Iodine represents the color purple. And without the iodine in the thyroid gland won't secrete the proper amount of thyroid hormones.